Let's see here. First, let me refresh. Sort by newest, and we'll go in chronological order. Ooh, wow. Okay. All right. I like how everybody like the when it comes to Faouzia, like specifically, like her fans number one really show up. They're all really really nice people, and they all have something like really informative and useful to say. Like this is like the most one of the most genuine fan bases I've ever seen. And like I guess when the artist is just like as amazing as she is, it kind of goes. I guess it kind of goes without saying, but I feel like if she was like if she had a more massive following, she probably wouldn't like be as or her community wouldn't be as welcoming because there's always more controversy and more just negatives that kind of trickle in when things open up for a lot of people beyond a certain point, of course. Some songs are chosen by the show and others by the contestants. Fozia hits more notes than most because she uses Arabic scales in addition to the well-known Western ones, and Arabic scales have more notes in them. And since she's incredibly proficient in both, it's impressive that she. Wow, that actually helped a lot. That actually really helped. That really hit. That's a really great explanation for that. Okay. Seamlessly transition from one to the other. Okay. Shakira, her Lebanese father, does this sometimes in addition to belly dancing, but she obviously is not remotely the vocalist Fozia is, or even that fluent in Arabic, so it often comes off as gimmicky or off-key to native speakers. Ah, okay. Beyonce, however, is another artist and incredible vocalist who has, according to interviews, extensively followed or studied Arabic scales and uses them in singing. Where am I? R.I.P. Love was an original song that Fozia described as Arabic in terms of the beat and style, and I think the first of hers to hit 100 plus million views. It was a great song, so that makes sense. North American and Middle Eastern Arabic songs typically incorporate trills, laments, and ad libs that are repeated in different ways or used as interjections between main verses to convey things like emotion, desperation, longing, pain, and love. And she expertly uses them in her Desert Rose cover of Sheb Mami's brilliant Algerian singer. Okay. Stunning vocals in the original Sting song. I love that Fozia is North African. Wait, did I said North American. I'm going to say North African up here. Uh, her North African, Moroccan, and Arab heritage is front and center in who she is and the music she puts out. And Moroccans in general are known in speaking Arab are known in the Arabic speaking world to be amongst the most skilled vocalists, and Morocco has historically contributed some of the most beautiful and strongest voices in it. Okay, yo, first of all, amazing delivery here. Secondly, greatly appreciate the insight that you provided because I was definitely unaware of just how important the did I spelled yeah my caps lock Arabic side of her background was when it came to her vocal prowess, and it's honestly uh, very enlightening. That cleared up a lot of things for me. Wow. See that's what I'm talking about. Like when fans want to tell you something or explain something to you, this type of stuff I love. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for Richter Defosia. I think she's the best vocalist and songwriter besides she's able to sing four languages. I love her performance. She's really genius. Thank you, man. I had the opportunity to enjoy the art that she creates. Let's see. At the end of the very first performance, as the crowd begins to clear and applaud, you hear a man yell "Yaya." That's the pet name the Chinese have given to her. Oh, okay. I was wondering why it felt kind of out of place, but now that you say that, that makes a lot more sense. In Chinese, it's apparently a very affectionate name, and that is And that is now how she is known all over China, where she has become a superstar. It seems like the Chinese people have practically adopted her as one of their own. That I think is an amazing accomplishment. No, yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, one more thing, Cole, my man, you look like you're falling in love all the way through this. Am I right? Yeah, I am. You don't have to put me all out there like that. But yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness, yes. Every performance was amazing. And honestly, after seeing, I'm glad I watched the interview on the one podcast show before we watched that video, because it was really enlightening to know, like, from her point of view, just how like big she was over in China. Because obviously, like, going to different countries, if you're performing and they know you're a foreigner, there's a certain level of buzz and commotion you're going to bring up, especially when they have like more homogenous populations, like they're all relatively the same ethnically. So over here, she doesn't really stick out because she could be anybody. But overseas, especially in China, not only does she look different, so people are gonna think that she has to be somebody, because, like, why are you here? But secondarily, when she gets on stage and she performs her heart out in the way that she did, it's like, how could you not love the girl, right? She's amazing and skilled beyond measure. So, and then she's gorgeous, right? So it's like all encompassing greatness that she has. And then also from her point of view, her being able to like appreciate that, and her having been there for, like, I think she said almost an entire year. So there's a really key point in her life where she was there, and I think she went there for her birthday as well. So it made a lot of sense for that. But yeah, let's see. It's no wonder she's a superstar over there. This little this tiny little woman, 5 feet tall, is a big voice. Has a big voice of personality, and she gave it all in China. And even her tiny mistakes made many people were putting her as, no, it wasn't. This brought us, her, and our emotion, and she's spectacular. And I know the Chinese will love her. Not realizing how famous she has become in China until I heard the interview with Zach. Also, didn't know she really goes to hard times. Couldn't agree more. Especially on the podcast interview, it served as a really enlightening, not moment, experience, and gave a lot of context that I wouldn't know without just having a conversation with her. No spelling mistakes? Awesome sauce. All right. Thanks for this reaction. These presentations are not only from the Singer 2024 of the success she had on the show. They asked her to be on another program called Next Singer 2025. And the last three presentations, she was invited to sing at a festival. Wow. Okay, okay, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Tears of Gold stripped version. We're adding it to the queue. We're adding it to the queue. Thank you for that. I'm gonna just open myself in a new tab. Faouzia. No, I don't want the lyrics. I want her. Give me her. Give me straight to the queen. Let's see. Let's see. They were mind blown. There was a meme between people in China saying, "We need someone to save the honor of the nation." Yo, nah, that's crazy. And at the end of the show, there was a video surfaced of her and another singer translating for her what they were saying. They said, "There must be a Chinese before. There must be a Chinese before you," and she said, "It's okay." So they ranked her fourth, even though the public thought she should win. Okay, all right. Social politics. at their best, I suppose. All saw and know what things should have been. And it's like I don't want to fault like the people of the show or people like over there for not placing her, but seeing her get fourth is crazy. Side note, right? Saying that you can't podium somebody, like you can't put them top three at all, is kind of wild. But I understand considering like how large the population over there and how just like it's a we before me mentality for the most part, but it's like it's a collective, everybody sees the same thing, everybody experiences the same thing. So if you invite foreigners to come on and the foreigners outshine everybody, and then you also award said foreigner, it calls into question how great is the nation as a whole. Is are we, because I would assume that for the most part, and I don't know this to be true, so I could be wrong, and I'm open to be educated, of course, that's part of growing up and just growing, right? The moment you stop growing is the moment you're old, right? I don't care if you're 60. If you're still learning stuff, you're not old to me. But I would assume that like nationalism leads to people always believing, your country is to a certain extent one of the better, if not the best one out there, right? That's how you should want your country to be. Now, not everybody's country is the best out there because there can only be one, right? Or like a small group that's like at the peak of the mountain. But obviously in China, they want to feel and they should feel like they're near the top of that peak. So I understand wanting to present yourself as like, yes, we have some of the greatest talent out there. So much so, we brought in new people that are really talented overseas and we still won. But it's just kind of disheartening. Not to say that it's not, I mean, it's not 100% genuine, but it's like disheartening to realize how great she did. Like she was phenomenal. If you saw the video that I'm reacting to these comments under, like anything musically related you think she could touch, from the lowest of the lows to the highest of the highs, pitch changes, everything. Chef's kiss. She was phenomenal, right? So to realize that she did all of that, she put it all out there and got placed at fourth simply because she wasn't Chinese is kind of rough. But at the same time, I know she had a ball. I know she had a blast. And it seemed like the people that were in the stands, and the fact that when she was on the podcast, she said that the people genuinely love her out there. She gets, mobbed and everything, but they're always respectful. They're not super touchy, grabbing on people like they be over here when some people come out. They give her respectful distance, but like they crowd around. It's like, oh my gosh, like you're amazing. And so I think that matters more than the award itself, to be honest. Oh, I'm gonna do these, yeah, for sure. Music videos, amazing. You do a stripped down version of Tears. See, somebody already. Oh wait, you got a couple on here. Bad Dreams, Born Without Heart, and For Elise. All these come in stripped. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me get that. Open this new tab. I'm just gonna paste this here for now, and then I'll find them later, just for the sake of keeping up with timing. Nice reaction. I've seen you were impressed by the costumes and the variation, but have you noticed the stage and the production of the show? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they had a crazy amount of people, the choreography as well. In some of the videos, the stage was built on a boat. In some of the videos, the stage was built on a boat, but they didn't show it here. The Chinese are impressive. They built the stage on a boat, like an actual boat. That's crazy, but also impressive. Yeah, I mean, over there, I'll be nice, right? As an American, we get some exposure to authentically, Chinese material and an authentic view over there. But one of the more enlightening things for our younger population was when, what's his name? I Show Speed, the streamer, went over there and he was like going all over the place. He was going to sports facilities. He even went to some dealerships and got to see some crazy cars. Like the younger generation, I don't care how the old folks feel about it, right? Because they're a little bit more bigoted than us, for obvious reasons. But like we love seeing this stuff. So when he went over there and he gives us a bird's eye view live stream, everybody's sitting there in chat like watching everything. And I didn't watch the stream, but I watched the VODs afterwards. And I'm looking at like the cars, the infrastructure, the build, like everything, the technology. I'm like, yo, the level of cohesion and just like we're gonna do this collectively as a unit Like the mindset that you have to have as a collective population to do all those things is crazy. So it doesn't surprise me, but just hearing like saying those words out loud is crazy. They built a stage on a boat for the television show. That's crazy. But yes, that just puts the production in a whole new tier. Can you watch her for at least live performance? Yep, it's I'll add that to the queue. Of course, you're welcome for the reaction. I'm glad you guys suggested it. Let's see. You should have followed the order, man. It was an order up. That was the hold on. You should have started from the first episode to the last, but you started from the last. It went in a random order. R.I.P. Love was supposed to be the final bang she went out with in that season. I should have been there when you were streaming, dude. It's fine though, I guess. At least you enjoyed. But like I was saying, the suspense builds up when you see her improve and get more and more hype as the episodes go on, you know? That kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. It Mango TV were the ones that made the show though. Why would they post a YouTube video? Why would they what? That makes no sense. They made the show. They live streamed the show. They made a compilation of the show, but they decided to put the compilation in random order instead of in the order of the episodes. That's how. Let me backtrack a little bit. I think I'm coming in a little too hot with my delivery. Um, that irritates me a little bit because I feel like now I feel like I lost a little bit of the experience. Okay, the original order was crazy. Set fire to the rain. Desert Rose. Paparazzi. I want to dance with somebody. Cry me a river. Love on the brain. The devil from heaven. Grenade. Self reflection. 11. She got to sit this one out. It was for previously disqualified members getting another chance to make it back. 12 part one was Shallow. That was a duo. Okay, that was a duet with Jason Zhang. I think. I hope I didn't mispronounce that. And then R.I.P. Love. Yeah, now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed because now I got robbed. So it sounds like had the experience but got robbed of the genuine article. Uh, can I put a comma there? No. This looks weird. All right. You bringing my attention to it. I definitely thought that since it was a compilation from the broadcast network, they would logically put it in order. But I guess cents doesn't make as much as dollars. Now we put our sad face. I'm glad. See, now I'm sad. It's not his fault. The videos were out of order. Anyways, just one more to go. Shallow duet. Oh, it's auto skip because of copyright. Probably nice reaction. Anyways. Okay. Right, Mango TV should have brought it. Okay, yeah. See, when I assume that a television station, uploads a video and it's a compilation, no less, I would assume they would put it in order. I feel like that'd be like if a anime studio, if Aniplex decided to upload, I don't know, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity onto YouTube for people to watch, but then when they put it in compilation order, they went 4, 2, 7, 3, 5, 9, 8. Like that makes no sense. You wouldn't upload it out of order. You put it back to back. If you're gonna do a compilation, put it in order. Because now I feel like I don't get it twisted. I love the songs down. I loved her singing down. I love the performances. I love the choreography. I loved everything about every single performance. But I feel like I missed out on something because it feels like I watched a fireworks show but I saw the finale first, and then they just like randomly started splicing in different clips of like when the fireworks were supposed to go off. That pissed me off. Wait, hold on. I had to check this on my phone. Ah, okay. Yes, my response is if she's phenomenal, absolutely. I couldn't say it better myself. Your reactions are the best. You're very beautiful. See, Nora. Uh, that made my day. Thank you. That's a little too weak. Thank you. There we go. That's better. She's also putting another song. She also sang another song in Chinese, but I'm in love with that song. Wait, and I'm in love with that song, but I don't know why they didn't put it in the video. Ooh, I need to see what that one is. Then, by the way, I think shallow performance was removed. Okay, so everybody's so shallow. I'm gonna copy that. Right click. Duplicate. Shallow performance. All right. Yeah, this must be it right here. All right. we will. I will definitely do that. From Minefield, she lost someone close to her just before the performance. So that's why she sounds kind of shaky. I was about to cry at the end. I was wondering about that. Dude, she's been through the ringer. Life's been throwing haymakers, not just like real life situations, but workplace drama and everything. Like this is ridiculous. But I'm just it's nice to see she came out on the other side. She's not unscathed, but the scars forced her to become a stronger person and a stronger artist because of it. No, since 2020, but I'm falling in love with her all over again with you. I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's see, the Mindfield's performance always makes my heart so heavy. She's holding back tears the whole time while she cried after singing, while smiling at the camera. Great reaction to our girl, Faouzia. With the over sexualization in the music industry today being so overwhelming, she's a breath of fresh air, intelligent, sassy, funny, articulate, elegant, captivating, and phenomenally talented artist, lyricist, and musician. She is an engineer too. Great woman, dude. Billy Abrahams. Let me put this in all caps for you. I couldn't say it any better myself. I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's see. The translate fit is it not enabled? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to check. I thought I saw somebody say something about my subtitles, and subtitles should always be on because they should automate. If they're not doing the Chinese subtitles, um, or when she sings in Arabic or French, I could see that because I think on YouTube it does specifically my language, which would be American English. But if it's not doing any, that I'm gonna have to look in my settings because it shouldn't be doing that. Let's see. So many reactors have asked who hurt this girl and volunteered to step up and marry her. She's just oh wow, my caps lock is on still. She's just so awesome. We would all be honored to be chosen. Honestly, yeah, she's an amazing human being. It's refreshing to have an artist where like you don't like I don't do celebrity crushes really because, well, like obviously when you're married with somebody or something like that is your celebrity crush. That is a celebrity person. But also like even like I'm a big basketball person, obviously, and stuff like that. But it's like even when you have a celebrity crush, that basically means that they are like the pinnacle, one of the pinnacle people in your life. So you look up to them, recognizing that you will never be able to stand on equal footing with them. And I disagree with that because I always aim to like be number one, the best version of me. But also, I feel like no matter who I meet in real life, I wouldn't fangirl out and like be beside myself. Now, there's some people who are like, I do need to get a picture with them, right? Like if I see them, I might have to be like, excuse me, I don't wanna, disrupt your day, but very fond of the stuff that you do. Would it be cool if I take a picture real quick? I would have to do that, right? My inner child would be screaming at me, right? Especially like being younger, it's more acceptable. Like when you're a kid, it's cooler, right? But when you're a grown adult and like you're dealing with grown adult problems, and it's like, oh my gosh, I love this person down, but it's like you have somebody, like you have a person in your life that's supposed to be like your number one, your number two, like y'all are a dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. It's kind of like, are you trying to say that you would leave your partner for this person? Because that's what it kind of sounds like. And it's one of those things where she's genuinely, like, as a human being, if it not if when hopefully, if the world doesn't implode before then, when I have, sons and daughters, she would be the type of person, like, growing up, that I would want them to look at. Like for me, my celebrity, I guess, idol in a sense, though I've had a few, where it was like the LeBrons of the world. Because in the sports world, being a celebrity, I know I'm going on a little tangent. I apologize if you're watching this video. Please bear with me for a moment. Um, like for me, LeBron is, for people that don't know basketball too much, Michael Jordan is largely considered by the older generation as the greatest basketball player of all time. But for the younger generation, a lot of us lean towards LeBron. Part of it's because we watched him play in real time, and for myself personally, because I view things more like I need to have a reason for everything that I say and everything that I do. So when it comes to LeBron, like MJ was a great basketball player, but he also had gambling issues. His sons ended up, or they didn't end up number one making the NBA, but they also ended up falling into ruin after their basketball careers in college flamed out. Um, he doesn't have like a stable love life to lean on, and as a owner of the Charlotte Hornets basketball team, he just was a bad team owner. And when he was an owner of the Wizards, he was also a bad team owner. So as a basketball player individually, yeah, he was great in his era, but to me, he doesn't stand out as somebody where I would want to mold my life around Michael Jordan. For me, it's LeBron because I mean the dude's 6'9", 250, really really in shape. He takes care of his body. Me as an athlete, he was one of those people that forced me to like, yo, I gotta lock in. I have to stretch. I have to do all these sort of things to make sure I'm good to go. And I'm only in middle school, high school, going into college, right? But for him, it was like he takes care of himself. He eats well. The dudes was spending like $1 million in recovery on his body alone. And when you're a millionaire, when you're a millionaire like he is, you could afford to do that. But just taking preventative measures instead of reactive measures. He was well spoken. He was never in any major drama. There was never a real cheating scandal about him, right? He has a loving wife. His wife never embarrasses him on camera. She's also well spoken. We don't look at her as LeBron James' wife alone. That's Savannah James, but not because she has a cooking show or because she has her own clothing line or makeup brand. She's just an amazing woman. Like she's an amazing mother. And then you see his sons grow up, and and in this age, this digital age, we got to see Bryce and Bronny and even his daughter Zaria. Yeah, Zaria, right? I can't believe I forgot her name. It should be Zaria. Yeah. Just watching his kids grow up, have a stable two-parent household. Their dad is arguably one of the most scrutinized athletes of all time. He always gets criticized, but he never misspeaks. He never goes over the top. He always maintains his composure no matter what. He gets the job done on the court more often than not, right? He's just honestly phenomenal at the game. The wife is an upstanding person. She demands respect, right? And then you have your kids grow up and they're pretty decently spoken, right? You never hear issues about them with their schooling, right? And even if you say they're not the greatest athletes in the world, even if you say some of them got into their colleges that they got into because they are LeBron James' sons, so it's kind of a pedigree thing, I would accept that, right? But at the same time, I would bet you any amount of money that they don't fall into ruin the same way that the previous goats children did, right? And so for me, when I say what do I want to be when I grow up, alongside like watching my father in the way that he and my mother raised us, because I come from a big family, it's like what celebrity can I model my life after and say, you know what, if I follow this person's like pathing and the way they portray themselves and interact with the world, will that who can I follow where it's going to be a thing of I'm going to be on the right path, where even if I don't if I can't reach the sun, can I at least land close to the moon? And to me, he's the closest representation of that. So when I look at Faouzia, it's like as an artist, she's so great at so many things. At so many things. She's so dedicated to the process. And even despite issues with her label, for 7 years, for over half a decade, right? For over half a decade. Like borderline almost, well, as she gets closer to like 28, it'll be 25%, but like roughly 30% of her life, she had to deal with this, right? She's she comes from a different background than most of the people that she probably grew up with. So that created a different type of divide. Then her parents, having no musical background, just said, "Hey, whatever house we move into, we just want a piano." They don't play the piano. They don't sing. They don't do anything related to that. Well, they didn't at the time. But then as she got better, her and her sister, and then obviously her sister grew up and didn't really like the singing part of it. So she went into the manager side of things. And now you have like a really close knit, responsible family structure that's really, really incredibly supportive. And you can never knock a supportive family because a lot of people don't have that in today's day and age. And then she worked on her craft. I respect when people say, "Oh, they're so talented," right? But talent only gets you but so far. The hard work is what makes it into skill, right? If you're naturally good at something, cool, whoop de doo. But when you take that next step or those next steps and you're genuinely one of those ones, that means more to me because I see where you were and I see the tools that you had. But there's so many people that you can give them the instruction manuals to make anything. You can give them the materials to make it. Let's talk about, just a random piece of furniture, a table, and they won't do it. There's a ridiculous, we know them in our everyday lives. That's why they do a lot of stuff and they just complain all day. But she goes to all these places, puts on a show, does it with a smile on her face, shows emotion, reaches new heights, is fluent in multiple languages, can play multiple instruments. Just found out, she's involved in on the engineering side of things as well. And she's an upstanding person. If every person you knew, that this is how I grade celebrities. If every person of this gender I knew acted like this person or had the demeanor of this person, would I be able to tolerate their existence around me? Resounding yes. Resounding yes. There's not a thought in my there's not a I just stuttered crazy. Wow. There's not a thought in my mind that makes me suggest otherwise. And that's why I just hold her in such high regard. And so it's like, maybe, I just talked like 8 minutes all around the topic, but like maybe, just maybe, I might have a little bit of a celebrity crush, right? Just a little one, right? No, she's an awesome person though. Some of these next hit TV show, Singer 24, crazy first time she, dude, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've definitely watched that order, and that definitely sucks. Canadian anthem live on TV, NHL. Also, ooh, wow. I know she killed on that one. Was the best positive thing of COVID for me. First time I heard her in Tears of Gold, the up tempo version. Thank the strip version. Oh, then the strip version. What blew me away? She was huge on TikTok after Minefield and wait after Mine yeah after Minefield and Chance to make a collab with John Legend. She did not get the success we hoped and expected. She was going on with music and we loved it. Her most success international was R.I.P. Love. For weeks, number one for weeks on Morocco and top 10 in many countries. So many dance videos and shorts to these songs. Maybe this song and others bring her to Singer 2024, a big surprise and a great opportunity. And you saw it, she's not just singing the song, she really gave all. Intense performance, instrumental performances, crazy vocals, all her passion and ability for music. So many surprises also for fans before and for me. It was not to win the show, not to win fans and fame. And I also love that they supported her absolutely gorgeous with lightning and instrumentation. She gave it all, and you already heard the Zach interview. She gained a lot. Yeah. Thank you. No problem at all. She's saying Minefield. She lost someone. Okay. So yeah. In the Minefield song, as far as I remember, see, you guys are on. This is what I'm talking about. When I ask questions to the chat, and then I post the video because I don't have the answer, and then you guys come in the comment section, you're like, "Hey, by the way, just to let you know," like I love that. Like it's amazing because it answers and fills in a lot of blanks. So to explain this more as someone who followed her journey in China from the start, she always ranked among the top 3 in all performances, top 1 and 2 a lot. Are we serious? Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. She also had always the most views on YouTube by far, and she was the most versatile. Every week she would bring something new, but the most stable and in the sense of high quality performance and voice. The singer who won was called Naiying. I feel like I pronounced that wrong. I wish I could read it a little bit better. Naiying, a very old Chinese singer. She was very horrible at all Chinese audience. Okay, maybe was she actually horrible, or was she just like clearly not as good as Faouzia? I think she just wasn't clearly, because like if you're an old singer and you're really established, I feel like it just gives you that precedence boost, and then that's when the politics really kick in. Comments were the Chinese audience comments were trashing her. That's crazy. That's crazy. How bad must your performance be for them to do that in front of company? And suddenly Faouzia out of nowhere in the final is last, 4th place, as first, second, and third were Chinese. Yeah, and it was bad scripted that we were so mad about it. Even the Chinese audience called this out in the comments everywhere, saying how rigged the show was and was designed from the start to give the win to a Chinese singer. And I said she was clearly a very bad singer. They also said that the show asked them about what singer they prefer the most in the application form to attend the final, and only allowed the ones who supported her to enter and vote. Ah, very interesting. Okay, okay, okay. It really backfired at them though, and Faouzia was so popular. She got invited to other shows like Next Singer, collabs, and official song of Genshin Impact for the. Ooh, Genshin Impact too? Okay, okay. A lot of live shows and tours there. She became a superstar in China. They love to call Yaya. You could translate the Chinese comments in the videos and see her opinion on it all. Also, these videos are on the international channel. The ones on the original Chinese channel had millions and millions of views, but they were deleted. Why would they delete them? No. She also cried in Minefield. She wrote a song in memory of somebody who. Dude. Much needed context. I definitely appreciate you. Let's see. Her singing somehow better than her live sing. Her singing live is somehow better than the recorded versions, which you rarely see among other singers. Absolutely, absolutely. The sheer number of artists nowadays that rely on. Do I wanna go that far? Uh, I could a little bit. The sheer amount of artists that just kind of rely on their tools in the studio as opposed to their own capabilities is a surprisingly larger number than a lot of people are comfortable with expressing or just showing. R.I.P. Love live version of Singer 2025 is my absolute favorite. She's crazy. She absolutely had to win, but they ended up giving the title to Chinese people just because they were more popular there. Even Chinese people were shook and felt she deserved more better. Love your reaction. 159. Her mom and dad. Oh yeah. Okay, so the subtitles aren't working either. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Roby Cole Palmer. I can check that out. I think that's a Dutch artist, isn't that? Am I at the bottom yet? No, I'm not. Oh, I'm almost there. We're almost there. At 6. Ooh, some milestones. Hold on. Ooh, we got lore. Some milestones. Hopefully, I get the details correct. At 16, she placed second in a Canada-wide emerging artist competition. Separately, with co-writer Matt Epp won the international songwriting competition over 16,000 entries. Ooh, with the song "The Sound." Okay, she won the grand prize at the annual Nashville Unsigned competition not long after she turned 17 in 2017. She signed the record deal just before her 18th birthday in mid 2018. David Guetta had her on his song "Battle" in 2018. She was featured on French rapper Ninho's platinum-selling song "Money" in 2019. She performed at the Montreux Mon- Montreux Montreux Festival in Switzerland in the summer of 2019. She got stuck at home in Canada during lockdown in 2020, but recording and producing videos from home. She sang on producing duo Galantis' song "I Fly" for the movie Scoob, released in May 2020. August 2020, they dropped a quarantine concert online with 6 songs from her Stripped EP. Okay. Minefields was recorded in 2020 with Charlie Puth on the piano. Ooh. You know how much motion you gotta have for that. They reached out to John Legend after recording, and his vocal track was added to make the song a duet to the record, which was released in October 2020. Okay. In December, her executive at Atlantic Records was killed in a car accident. Oh my goodness. The Minefield music video was released in early 2021. The next 2 music videos, Hero mid 2021 and Puppet in early 2022, obviously had a lot of financial support in 2022. She was nominated for New Artist at the Canadian Juno Awards, but lost to Jessia. Her second EP, Citizens, dropped in May 2022, followed by summer and fall concerts in Europe and North America. That was when she left full time university. While she got a lot of press, unfortunately, things didn't take off. She was nominated for Songwriter Juno Award in 2023, but lost to The Weeknd. Wow. Yeah, you know you're doing. You know you're cooking when you. Yeah, that's real. She did win 2 All-Africa Music Awards that year. Her Singer 2024 appearance last year was a major milestone in her career. Dude. All right. Bro, you want vocals? Baby, you haven't even you haven't even known her vocals yet. Listen to her song. And for Elise live performance version, she released it on another channel. Faouzia for Elise live performance. Do I have that? Do I have that already? All right, yeah, I have that in there. All right, cool. Best performance she's ever done vocally, I would say. Blew the roof off the performance. We're about to find out. Faouzia. Mispronounce. Faouzia. Faouzia. Faouzia is foo. That doesn't even. If you're American and you pronounce this foo, that doesn't make sense because it's clearly an A. Like foul, I could see AOU being foul. I could see Fauzia. Like I understand that, but foo is crazy. You're not even trying at that point. Yeah, Fauzia. It means success. She's definitely successful in all facets. Goodness gracious, her parents couldn't have picked a better name. Fauzia. All right, yeah, that's enough fangirling. Fun facts about her: she composes the piano on all her songs. Ooh, whenever she has a piano or violin in her songs, she may not have been the person who played in the recording, but she was the one who composed it and taught it to her team to play it in the studio recording. She's been playing the piano since she was 5. Also, she said that she writes poetry, and it's that poetry that bleeds in her songwriting. I love that. I used to write poems. I wrote poetry until I realized in today's day and age, you don't get money. It's kind of like being a philosopher, right? Or like being really well spoken. Like you don't get money out of it these days. The arts are dying, and it pisses me off so much. That made me kind of sad, but I understand now. Also, she could sing almost as deep as a man. Look at her earliest songs and hit a whistle. Oh, we've heard that whistle, yeah. Her range being 6 to 7 octaves. Golly. That's crazy. Also, she's been releasing songs since she was 17 years old. Wrote her first song, Bad Dreams, when she was 15. She's fluent in 3 languages and 4 instruments. She has graduated with computer. Oh, so she did graduate with computer science and engineering degree. Currently studying another degree in psychology. She's the only singer in the Chinese competition history to have consistently stayed in the top three throughout all 12 rounds. Nice. The final round, 4 contestants, including her. She was deliberately put on fourth place by the show's organizers and producers, so the first three would be just Chinese contestants. But in the sequel competition called Singer 2, they did not dare mess up the results due to huge public backlash, and she rightfully won first place with 97% of votes. Okay, yes, that makes that I love that a lot more. In Chinese Billboard charts, she is the second most streamed artist, below only Taylor Swift. Is crazy. Why is Taylor Swift so popular in China? Oh wow, still amazing nevertheless. She won first place in the international songwriting competition when she was 16, beating 200 countries and making her the first Canadian to win the largest songwriting competition in the world. She has won the DIAFA award for International Artist of the Year and the All Africa Music Award for Best Female Artist in North Africa and Best Female African Act in Diaspora. She has over 1 billion streams total across all platforms combined, mainly fans in Asia and Africa. Yet she's incredibly slept on in the West. Too many politics, too much stuff going on behind the scenes. It's unfortunate. Oh wait, is this a double? Oh, this is a double. Okay. Oh, it's under 2 different videos. Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, so you put it under both videos. See, you wanted to make sure I saw that. I was gonna see it. You ain't gotta worry about me. If you put a comment, I'm gonna see it. And I might just, I don't know how often I'll do this, but if everybody like keeps giving me information like this, I actually like just being able to read through this and like talk it through and stuff. It's actually really fun. Let's see. Did anybody else just recently do it while I was talking and yapping for 40 minutes? Nope, it looks like we touched everything. Awesome sauce. So, by the time you guys see this, I will most likely, I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep, but I should, in theory, react to all of the stripped song. I will listen. I'm gonna watch the unethical music video because somebody recommended the music video specifically before. We're gonna watch this Tears of Gold. We're gonna watch the Shallow performance, right? And then we'll have Bad Dreams, Born Without a Heart, and Photolis. Yeah. Okay. Matter of fact, let me go and pull these up in new tabs. Bad Dreams, Born Without a Heart. Where's Furley's? How it all works out. Let me open that up too. Might as well, right? Stripped. Is this the one? This might be the one. Faouzia. Stripped. Oh no, it must just be the live performance. All right, cool. So, I sat down for an hour and a half and watched the reactions for or watched that entire compilation of her performances. So this should be a cakewalk for me, for the most part. This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 7. Yeah, this is only 7 songs. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna release the reactions all on the same day or if I'm gonna put them all in the same video. I might break it into 2 videos and do it on like back-to-back days because I like my upload schedule right now where I kind of like get to mix in some other people's stuff because I know some people will occasionally send me their music to react to, so you'll see on the channel. Sometimes I'll post those, but don't get it twisted. We are not missing out on any of this. I haven't even played a video game in a minute on this channel, so I got to do that too. But as always, I appreciate you guys' support. I love the information that you guys also offer 24/7. It's really insightful, and honestly, shout out to Kristen because she was the person that suggested I react to her in general, and I don't think I've had a better recommendation. The only thing that enjoyed almost as much as this was it was a Minecraft video. It was like Ish's uh 1,000 people simulate world civilization, and it was like a 10-day thing. It was honestly better than the Minecraft video. I would suggest watching it. It's by this guy Ish, who's like a really big Minecraft YouTuber. Completely on a different note, but yeah, as far as musically inclined, yeah, I haven't heard a project like this in forever, and I look forward to listening to more.